Hey you guys, Shay here, it's RawFocus. How many of you dancers out there would love to start making dance films but are too afraid to try because you have no idea how to use a camera? Anyone? That was definitely me when I started about 5 or 6 years ago. I literally put it on the auto settings, and I just let it be. And I never touched my camera because I didn't know how to use it. Well, there's a book out there that is meant for you, just like it was meant for me. It has changed my whole life as in the sense of helping me understand not just how to use my camera, but how to actually use the framing of my camera to make my story come to life. So don't want to miss this, keep watching. How many of you would panic if I asked you a question, what is the depth of field? Or what is color temperature? How do you set exposure, right? When you look at your camera, do you know how to do these things? If you do, you're way ahead of me and you don't need to listen to this anymore. But if you were like me and didn't really kind of understand the basics of camera, this is gonna become your new best friend, the bare bones camera course. It literally walks you through step by step what depth of field is, how to reach depth of field, how to change the color temperature in your camera, how to change exposure, whether it's a film camera or a video camera. There's difference. Who knew, right? So you're gonna wanna check this book out. But what I really, really, really love about this book is it doesn't just go into the basics of camera work, but it also goes into the psychology and why certain things work and others don't. What I mean by that is, when you look at angles and closeness and focus and framing within frames, you begin to create a story and you're giving your viewer an emotional reaction. Did you know that? I hope you do, but if you didn't, now you do. How you frame yourself and how you frame your dancers and what you're showing them and where you're pulling their focus and the lines, they call them lines of the screen, or the third rule, maybe you've heard of that, I don't know, a lot of photographers use it, but it pulls the audience to a certain spot. Now, how many of you notice that this setting I have set up right now is like the worst vlogging setting ever, vlogger setting ever, how do you say that, right? Now, I want to say that there are certain things that make this work. So if you will notice, the leading lines, they call them, from the ceiling are pointing straight to me, to my eyes, to my face, pulling you into exactly me. I want you to focus on me. The couch also is helping me pull me in, but there is so much other things around me that it is distracting. Now, I can promise you this. Your first few dances that you've filmed, you probably have had distractions in the frame and you don't realize it until it's too late. I have been there, I have edited films and thought, holy crap, what am I gonna do? There's something in the frame and I'm not a good enough editor to take it out and make it invisible, right? So understanding how to frame before you go and shoot something is so important. Example and exhibit A. How would you like to create this intimate, longing, beautiful piece that could really speak, it could just move people to tears, but yet you're framing it wrong with the wrong angle. You have a distraction point somewhere else in the frame and your people are not connecting. Well, you're to blame, only because you have no idea how to frame your piece. So again, I recommend this book. It's not only going to give you the basics, but it's also going to help you become a better director and a better storyteller, and how the camera and the frame really does create a composition within itself. And as artists, we know that word, right? Composition. It's the dance, the movement we create. Well, there's composition within the frame. There's a good way and a bad way to tell a story, and how you bring your dancers in and out of the frame, where you put them in the frame, and how you angle the camera to your dancers is going to tell a different story. Having me center of the frame directly eye level with you is telling you that we're equals, that we are friendly and we have a relationship together. Now, if I came lower than you, this would mean, I'm going to show you my back. If I'm lower than you, that means that you are more superior than me, and psychologically we view that and such. If we go higher, and this is a lovely angle, but it's showing that I have dominance over you. I'm more important than you, right? So understanding just the basics of composition and how you're framing yourself and making yourself available in the frame really does have a psychological response. Go here. So I hope this kind of helps. I hope it's at least inspires you a little bit to go get this book, because you will love it. Once you get the basics from this book, we will have courses later on to give you kind of a more in-depth feel and more of a psychological approach to it. But for now, get this book, I recommend it, and stay tuned for more tips from us.